Hello again, and welcome to another Build the Ghostbusters Ecto-1. Today we'll be finishing up issue 8 with stage 26. So we're going to start by attaching some pieces to the frame we had going with the radiator on it. Then we're going to bring in the car body and get all of this attached and some wiring done. Should be, I think, relatively simple today. I've also gone ahead and installed the Mike Lane Mods battery upgrade for this, painted the caps in yellow, and put this AC Delco sleeve on the battery. So we got that going for us. First thing we're going to do, besides get the parts out, is fit a control box. So control box is this piece, along with a cover, which just looks like that. It's a couple of protrusions on the back. It's just gonna fit together and form a box. This can take 2 DP screws. So it goes together like that. Screws on the back side. That is going to attach to this frame on the opposite side from the radiator, and that will be held on with 2 eyepiece screws. Okay, that was a little fiddly, but yeah, we got the control box attached. Next, we're going to put the battery into its holder. So we have this battery frame, of course the battery already, and just figuring which way this should go, if it makes a difference at all. This is going to be held on with 2 DP screws. So we end up with a frame like this, and I'm just squeezing this sleeve on a little better. The glue's a little tricky in the one corner. It could be fit better, so I may have to put a clamp on this. Okay, and at this point I'm going to get the rest of the pieces out, and then we're going to bring the car in because we have to build this oil block and then attach it. Okay, so we can build the oil block still. I keep saying oil block, oil reservoir, before we bring the car in. So the cap is held on with an EP screw. The cap does say oil on it, nice detail. And that goes on the top of this canister. And as I said, it's just held in with a EP screw. I don't believe there's any keying. No. So I'm going to pre-thread it a little bit, make it a little easier. Okay, so we end up with an oil cap on top. And the base of this attaches with a DP screw. Just fits on the underside. Oh, and I missed a step we'll go back to. Okay, so that is our oil reservoir built. I missed the step of attaching the battery and frame to this. So I need to get 3 eyepiece screws and we'll secure that. Okay, so that is the battery attached to this whole frame. The oil can's ready to go. Battery hardware is ready to go. Just got to bring in the rest of the car. Okay, so we're going to attach the oil reservoir right up here in the front. And this is secured with an EM and a DM screw, so I'm going to get my machine oil out. So the EM screw goes in the front, the DM screw goes behind it. Okay, so we got our oil reservoir attached. Now we just bring in the radiator and frame. This is going to sit in this space somewhere. Oh, of course, I have to get the radiator lines hooked in at the same time. Okay, once you have the radiator lines in, it's not so bad. It's kind of tricky getting that bottom radiator hose hooked up. But that's what was keeping it out of place, so if you're having trouble placing it, you gotta get that. Okay, this is secured with a couple of EM screws, one on either side. Let me say, there's 2 pins at the bottom of the stack, the 2 hoses from the radiator, which are made of that kind of heavy-duty rubber material. And then these are just to keep the whole thing from wiggling loose. So, we are almost done. That was the last of the screws. We just have to hook up some cabling. So I have this line here coming from the generator. This is going to hook onto that control box. It's all crammed right up in the corner, so it's quite tough. Well, that was a struggle, but I did get that on there. I ended up using a small hex bit to open the hose up enough to get it slipped on, and it actually looks good. The natural bend of the plastic tubing works really well for that one. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to, I was wrong when I said that was the last screw. We're going to put one more plastic screw in with the battery components. We have 2 different kinds of battery components. We have these lugs that just press fit on the battery, but we actually have the grounding strap that needs to be screwed in onto the fender. And that is secured with one EP screw, and that is the last screw today. So that goes up there. We're going to build out the battery terminals. We'll do the same thing with this hex head. So with a wire attached, you get a battery terminal and a wire. Okay, and then the one closer to the ground strap will hook up to that. So we get one battery terminal to the ground strap. The other battery terminal is going to go back to that same junction box that the generator hooks up to. Like that. And that is stage 26 complete. So we have an engine, we have a radiator, battery, an oil can, some control boxes, the generator, all wired up. Gotta get my overflow out of the way. It doesn't go into the wheel. So that is stage 26 today. And if you like what you see, please consider subscribing. You can click on the bell to get notifications when new episodes go up. We do Ecto-1 builds on Wednesdays. We do DeLorean builds on Saturdays. You can check out those playlists for any episodes you might have missed. Have a good one, guys.